Some places on Earth look like they belong on another planet. A glacier that bleeds red like an open wound. A crater that has burned with fire for more than 50 years. A cave filled with crystals the size of buildings. These places aren't myths. They're real locations on this planet. Environments so strange that when scientists first discovered them, they believed they shouldn't exist at all. Because in each of these locations, something about nature has gone wrong. Or pushed to an extreme we barely understand. And the deeper scientists investigate them, the stranger they become. These are 10 places on Earth that shouldn't exist. In Antarctica, a glacier appears to be bleeding. From a crack in the ice, a dark red liquid slowly pours onto the snow below. This eerie phenomenon is known as blood falls. For years, scientists thought the color came from algae trapped in the ice. But the truth is stranger. Deep beneath the glacier lies a hidden reservoir of iron-rich water sealed off for millions of years. When that water finally reaches oxygen at the surface, the iron rapidly rusts, turning the liquid red. But inside that dark reservoir, something unexpected survives. Microbial life has lived there for millions of years without sunlight. This is secret science, and if life can survive beneath frozen glaciers, imagine what happens when the Earth itself starts burning. In the middle of Turkmenistan's desert lies a crater that has been burning for decades. This is the Darvasa gas crater, often called the door to hell. The crater formed in 1971 during a Soviet drilling operation when the ground collapsed into a massive underground gas pocket. To stop toxic methane from spreading, scientists ignited the gas, expecting the fire to burn out within days. But it never did. More than 50 years later, flames still roar from the pit every night. What was meant to be a temporary solution became one of the strangest fires on Earth. But some places don't just burn. They grow into something far more unbelievable. Deep beneath Mexico lies a cavern filled with enormous crystal beams. Some stretch over 11 meters long, making them the largest natural crystals ever discovered. This surreal chamber is the cave of the crystals. For hundreds of thousands of years, the cave remained filled with extremely hot, mineral-rich water. Under those stable conditions, gypsum crystals slowly grew larger and larger. The result looks like a forest made of glass. But the cave is nearly impossible to explore. Temperatures reach 58 degrees Celsius, or 136 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to kill a person in minutes. And yet, this is only the beginning. Because next, we're going somewhere even more disturbing. A lake where animals don't just die, they turn to stone. Near the border of Kenya and Tanzania lies a lake so chemically extreme it can preserve animals almost instantly. This is Lake Natron. From a distance, the lake often glows red or pink due to salt-loving microorganisms living in the water. But beneath that color is one of the most alkaline lakes on Earth. Its water contains high concentrations of sodium carbonate, a mineral once used by ancient Egyptians in mummification. When animals accidentally fall into the lake, the extreme chemistry can rapidly preserve their bodies, leaving them stiff and mineralized. Yet despite these conditions, flamingos thrive here, nesting along the lake's edges. A place deadly to most life has become the perfect refuge for another. But strange chemistry is only one way nature creates the impossible. Sometimes the atmosphere itself becomes the source of something far more powerful. Over the waters of Lake Maracaibo, lightning flashes so frequently that the sky can appear almost continuous with light. This phenomenon is known as Catatumbo lightning. For nearly half the year, storms form above the same region of the lake. Warm air rising from the water collides with cooler air, descending from the surrounding Andes Mountains, creating powerful electrical storms night after night. During peak activity, lightning can strike thousands of times in a single night, making this one of the most concentrated lightning hotspots on Earth. For centuries, sailors even used the distant flashes as a natural lighthouse across the Caribbean Sea, But storms like this raise an unsettling question. If Earth's atmosphere can generate lightning with this kind of consistency, what other strange forces might be hiding in places we rarely explore? If you're enjoying this, subscribe for weekly science mysteries. And tell me, which of these places feels the most impossible so far? Because the next location doesn't just look strange, it looks like something from another world. Far out in the Arabian Sea lies one of the strangest ecosystems on Earth. This is Socotra Island, because the island has been isolated for millions of years. Life here evolved in bizarre ways, found nowhere else on the planet. Nearly a third of its plant species exist only on this island. The most famous example is the dragon's blood tree, a strange plant with an umbrella-shaped crown that looks more like a giant mushroom than a tree. When the bark is cut, it releases a deep red resin that resembles blood. Across the island, twisted plants and alien landscapes stretch across the rocky terrain. But even environments this strange are not the rarest places on Earth. Because next, we're going somewhere almost no one will ever see. And it might be the most beautiful place on this entire list. In New Zealand, there is a cave where the ceiling looks like a night sky. This is the Wedamo glowworm caves. Inside these dark caverns live thousands of glowworms that produce a soft blue light through a chemical reaction in their bodies. They hang from the cave ceiling on thin threads, using their glow to attract insects drifting through the darkness. Two visitors floating silently through the cave below. The effect is surreal, a ceiling filled with living lights that look almost like distant stars. But places this rare reveal something deeper about nature. Even in complete darkness, life can evolve in ways that seem almost magical. But the next location isn't hidden underground. It stretches so far across the Earth that it changes the way we see the horizon itself. High, in the mountains of Bolivia, lies a landscape so strange it can erase the line between sky and Earth. This is Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat on the planet. During the rainy season, a thin sheet of water spreads across the flat surface of the salt crust. When the wind stops, the water becomes perfectly still. The entire landscape transforms into a massive mirror, reflecting the sky above. Clouds appear beneath your feet, and the horizon disappears completely. Standing there can feel like walking through the sky. But environments like this reveal just how extreme Earth's geology can become. And the next place on this list pushes that idea even further. In northern Ethiopia lies one of the most hostile environments on the planet. This region is called the Danakil Depression. Here, volcanic activity mixes with mineral-rich groundwater to create landscapes filled with neon yellows, bright greens, and deep reds. Acidic pools bubble at the surface, while toxic gases escape from cracks in the ground. Temperatures regularly climb above 45 degrees Celsius, or 113 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest places on Earth. Scientists study the region because its extreme chemistry may resemble environments that existed on early Earth, or even conditions that might exist on other planets. But the final place on this list proves that sometimes the strangest landscapes aren't ancient at all. Sometimes they appear by accident. In the Nevada desert, colorful towers rise from the ground like something from another world. This strange formation is Fly Geyser. In 1964, a geothermal drilling project accidentally pierced a pocket of superheated water beneath the surface. When the well wasn't sealed correctly, mineral-rich water began erupting from the ground. As the hot water cooled, dissolved minerals hardened into rock, slowly building tall, irregular towers over time. Thermophilic algae living in the hot water give the formation its bright red, green, and orange colors. Decades later, the geyser continues to grow, constantly reshaping itself as water flows over the mineral structures. A strange landscape created by accident that now looks completely alien. And that's only what we've uncovered so far. But here's the part that stays with you. Which of these places would you actually want to visit? What's your thoughts? This is Secret Science, and the next mystery is already waiting for you.